to her husband, played by Eric Stoltz.
Right.
And so she reads it, and of course she wrote it out herself. And I'm looking at it before we shoot, and I say, "What's this smudge?" There's a smudge on it, and she said, "Oh, those are my tears from when I was rehearsing it." So when she was rehearsing it alone, she cried on the on the thing. I mean, it's just she really goes there. Some actors, they can come in and out and be relaxed between things and stuff, but with her, you got to keep it really quiet, and she really is. She's there.
Just stay out her way, and she'll become the character.
And she's just amazing.
And her husband's the same way, William Macy? Or?
Yeah, her husband's he's just a lot of fun. He's just really super good guy. He was very supportive of the film.
Yeah.
And
I remember the billboards for it, and I definitely want to see it. I hear it's great. And
it's on Amazon Prime.
Okay, I'll check it out.
At least the first 2 hours are on there. And the other thing is that William Macy, he just is so in love with Felicity. Like we're filming the scene where Felicity's in a boxing match, and he looks at me and goes, "Isn't she incredible?" And he really meant it.
See, these two do the same thing. It's one of those things. I can't wait to find my partner like that, which is where your movie Loves Me nods. Kind of, it's a young woman, and the actress the main actress, her name escapes me.
Isabel Chester.
Amazing. She's fantastic.
Yes.
And she hasn't been in a lot of things.
No, I was at USC, and which I sometimes teach at, and I was walking from my class, and I saw that somebody was showing a feature that he made. He had graduated from USC several years ago, and he showed this feature, so I just stepped in and saw it, and I had already written the script with Lisa Penny. I'd already written it, and then I started to see this movie, and it has this actress in it, Isabel, and she is so incredible. I'm watching it thinking, that's who because what I wanted was a young Heather Graham, and she was.
Looks like there's a little bit resemblance.
A little bit like her, and I shouldn't even say a young. I mean.
Yeah.
She's not that old.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Actually, had approached her about doing it herself, the actress, but it didn't work out. Anyway, so I saw this. I'm watching the movie. I'm going, don't fuck it up because her performance was so good, and I was rooting for her because, and that's what I wanted, and that's what we went after. She's the only actress we offered it to.
Well, yeah, it's kind of a throwback to the '90s independent movies, and as far as romantic movies, I like. Annie Hall to me is the gold standard, and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I like things that are a little off and a little quirky, and this definitely is.
You're doing favorites. For me, one that's quirky and offbeat is Harold and Maude, which is made in 1969, and just an incredible romantic comedy, dark romantic comedy, and that's also my movie. I consider to be a dark comedy.
Sure.
And it's not that it's an atypical story, because it's about a woman trying to find Mr. Right, and realizing that she has to love herself. But
no, go ahead. We were just we just have to lock up. No, go ahead.
It's about a woman who's trying to find Mr. Right and runs into all these sort of crazy situations. And what had happened was, I had gone to an Al-Anon meeting.
Right.
Al-Anon meetings where you go to if someone, either a wife or a father or a son, is an addict, and how it makes your life crazy. And so it's about going to meetings to try to work that out.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in a meeting, Al-Anon meeting, and there was this woman there too. And I remember distinctly, she raised her hands up, her sort of shirt rose, and you saw the belly button ring. And she started telling her story. So of course I paid a lot of attention.
Right.
And she started telling the story. Some crazy stuff going on in her life, and I realized that we had a lot in common. I talked to her afterwards. We had a lot in common, that we both were going through stuff, but also she was able to see the humorous side to these things that if you played them as in your mind as straight dramedy and tragedy, would have been depressing. Mm-hmm. But she was not depressing. She was able to laugh and stuff. And in the script, you see they call the different characters different
right,
names.
Mr. Nice Guy. There's
Mr. Dead Guy.
Mr. Dead Guy, yeah, and David Chokachi from Baywatch is in it. Dom DeLuise's son, not Peter, but
Tom.
Huh?
Tom.
No. Don DeLuise.
No.
No, Dom DeLuise's son. Is it David? David DeLuise is in it. Paul Rodriguez is in it.
Rodriguez
The comedian is, and he's terrific in it.
He's really good.
And it's somebody who I wish Hannah was here because Hannah would really relate, and I think she really liked the movie. Hopefully, I'll take her to the premiere. But it's about somebody that just thinks that she meets the right guy, and things just don't work out.
Yeah, they're either unobtainable,
Well, no, you got to watch the movie. It just things happen, and you think it's going one way, and it goes another way.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really good. I really liked it. It was a good watch. And I think it ended strong. And I think the ending, which did touch me, inspired by Hillary and Jackie, possibly.
Hillary and Jackie.
Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
There's a similar scene. I'll tell you about it after the show, but it did touch me, and she finds herself at the end is basically what happens.
It's also a very good, diverse cast.
Absolutely, yeah.
We have,
I didn't know there were that many black people in Malibu. I got to be honest, because it's set in Malibu, and like everybody in her apartment building is black or Russian. I didn't know what was going on, including Natasha, which I'm
and Persian.
Yes, and Natasha, I think, is how you've found out about me.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
And then, the fact is, there's only about 4% of white people and 4% non-whites in Malibu.
Right.
And but I decided sometimes you have to decide whether you want to do things the way they are or the way they should be.
Right.
And so I just decided to.
This is Malibu as it should be.
Yeah, and we had an actor.
Funky Malibu.
Yes, and
Malibu is soul.
Yeah, Malibu does. The Denzians of Malibu have a particular style to them themselves. It's sort of the rich kids.
Yeah.
That the trust fund babies.
Do you live in Malibu?
Stuff. No, I lived in Pacific Palisades for a while.
Okay.
But I've never actually lived in Malibu.
Now, Loves Me, Loves Me Not, and we're gonna talk about the premiere in a second. But I know that Lilian's chomping to do some stuff, but or maybe not. You don't want to? We might do a little thing, but we're wrapping it up. But do you have a distributor for this? How are you going to get distributed?
Yeah, well, the hope is that you play at this festival, maybe at AFM. Mm-hmm. There's different ways to do it. I have a person right now that's looking for the ideal person to be a seller for the film, and so we'll see. It was completely financed by myself and my brother, so I hope we'll get some money for it. Thanksgiving's been very awkward.
Okay, all right. Well, distributors, look out, because I think it's a good movie. I really think that this is something that if you're flipping by on Amazon Prime or Netflix, you're gonna pop on this. This movie's gonna get your attention, and you're gonna like it.
Yeah, it has. It's edgy in places. Has nudity.
Yes.
And it's
male, female, and other.
But it's also very comedic.
Yeah, it's the best kind of movie. It's the kind of movie I like. It's real. It's funny, but it's not romantic comedies. Here's what my problem with it. It's all about the situation. You don't get to know the people. This one, you get to know the people. That's why I like it. You don't want to do anything, Lilian? Any crazy, wacky hijinks? A little quick thing before we go. We don't have a lot of time.
I was going to do Human Blackhead, but I realized I don't have my nail.
Ah, that's right, because you do have the hammer here somewhere.
Yeah,
but,
and then I thought the nail was in the box, and it's not.
Okay. But that's okay. So that's all right, because next time you're on, you can nail a nail into her head. I'm sure. But
okay.
No, go ahead. No.
Well, I mean, what would I do?
Oh, you're referring to the staple game.
No.
I might have seen that on your top 10.
Yeah.
Normally, I have a nail. It's basically.
Oh, so you don't have other people nail it into
you?
Yeah.
And it's from the tip of my finger to the bottom of my palm of my hand, and I put it in my nose, and I use my hammer, and I hammer it into my face.
You did on this show?
She's done it on Mortis' show. We've had other people do weird things like that on this show.
I do it at my events, and then I also do like palm torches where I dance with fire. And then I take the fire and I do flushing on my skin, and then I eat it. And then we use an angle grinder and we shoot sparks at people. Off
wait a second. So describe the fire thing to me again, because you did that really fast. Now you torch your skin.
I take the palm torch when it's lit on fire.
Right. And
I trace it on my skin. And
right.
It's called flushing, and it leaves a trail of flame on my arm.
Okay.
And then I put it out before,
Ah.
without actually burning myself.
I've seen that. So I just wanted to give people a taste of what to expect out of the Mortis show.
And
So you don't
then
think you're upstaging Mortis at all?
No.
No? Okay. And when you have 5 different women doing 5 different things like this.
Well, we have that, and then recently I've been doing a glass walk on stage for the last song.
Oh, wow.
I have them lay out. We have the tarp laid out throughout the whole show.
Okay.
We pull up the glass, and as the song starts, I walk out on the glass. I'm walking on it. I'm stomping on it throughout the whole song.
Wow. How do you concentrate on singing while you do that?
Just sing.
Okay. Now, Mortis, and I'm sorry we've run out of time, and I wish you guys. I could talk to all 3 of you guys all day, but
I'll fill you in after about all the cool stuff
Can I
coming
give
up.
a final
yeah, we're going to give me. I'm gonna go ahead,
All right,
Wayne.
so it's going to play November 9th at 1 p.m. at Lemley, North NoHo.
No,
And
it's a good theater. I like that
so
one.
come on down.
Okay, and Mortis. Now you were saying now what all the shows you have coming up for Halloween. You got a lot of stuff going
Well,
on.
right now we have 3 more shows: the 28th, 29th, and Halloween night out at Monster Stadium in Adelanto by Victorville. It's a giant haunted house that they're doing. We're performing there in one of the center stages, and they're also going to let me film my music video there for The Night He Came to Town.
Ooh.
The same people that work with this haunt are also going to help me set up the designs for the sets to film the movie The Night He Came to Town, which is Rick Spoker and his dad that worked with Fear Farm, which is now Monster Stadium, and Rick also has a band that he works with called Firing All Cylinders, and he's really cool. And yeah, that's about that on there. We have a lot of new stuff coming up. The only other show we have is in December. We're going to be taking somewhat of a downtime if the promoters and fans allow us to work on the new album, the movies, and some other stuff, and get that all ready for February.
Well, I'll put The Night He Came to Town at the end of this podcast so people can listen to it.
For those that haven't had the chance yet,
Right.
go online. The album 13 Dead, the Book of Mortis, is available everywhere for download and streaming.
Right. It's even on Napster. I've got a free trial on Napster now.
Right.
So how do people join the Mortis Army?
They go to the Mortis website. They click like.
Which
and,
is...
it's on Facebook and
Okay.
Instagram. We're having a website built right now, but with everything going on, it's kind of,
So join on Instagram and Facebook, and you'll get all your Mortis needs met.
Yes, all our dirty and defiled ones.
Oh yes, so you'll get music there, you'll get videos, and you'll get some of Lilian. Now what do you got there, Lilian? What's going on there?
My event coming up this Friday night, Love and Lust Erotic Ball.
Paris's. This is Paris's thing, right?
Paris's
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh no, I've been to those.
I am going to.
Oh, is this the Vegas one?
No, this is the one in Hollywood, and then Saturday, the 26th is the one in Vegas. At the Hard Rock.
Are you gonna be at both?
I'm going to be at both, and at both I'm doing my bloodbath fetish show. I will be doing human blockheads, staple game, fire, and grinding.
That's all?
And
I'm kidding, of course. You got to see all of these. It's great. And where's the is it
the 25th on Friday, you have to join.
RSVP.
You have to RSVP online only because the location is given to those who already have tickets. It's a secret, discreet
And the
location.
Vegas one.
Is at the Hard Rock.
It's at the Hard Rock, and I've been to that. I've been to both actually. LA and Vegas. Paris always throws a
I'm a
great
little
party.
nervous. It's my first time performing in Vegas.
Oh wow! It's your first time. Have you ever been to Vegas?
I've a couple times.
Okay. Well, there you go. Now you are a Vegas regular, Vegas performer. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be great.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
I'm
And-
sure there's not
As
gonna
I
be that
trip
many
on the
people,
stage and
only
fall
like,
on my
a
face.
couple thousand.
Only a couple thousand. Anyway, Pete's giving me a sign. It's time to go. But follow me, Goth Comedian, on all social media. I've got shows coming up. Go to my Facebook page, my Instagram page, gothcomedian.com. Everybody have a wonderfully creepy week and a happy Halloween. Bye.